All right, now for our last one, we're gonna do another scale, a value scale with our red hue. I'm gonna be doing the other type of shade, the more complicated one, a hue plus a complementary color. Now, before I get to this, I don't know if it's been bothering you, but as this is dried, now as I'm looking at this, I'm like, what is that? That is not a shade of red. So I'm gonna go back over this again. Now, last time, if you remember in that first video, I was comparing these two shades. I was thinking this looks almost like a purple, so that black must have had a little bit of blue in it. This one looked kind of like an orange, so I might have had too much yellow in my green instead of blue. So what I did is I mixed another green with a little bit more blue this time. So I'm gonna mix that with my red onto here and see if that kind of helps. See if we get there. So I'm gonna do the green, the complementary color first. This is the same thing that you would do if you're doing oil pastels and you wanted to create a shadow. Say you're doing a still life of a red pepper or a tomato or something red. To do the shadow, you would do the complementary color plus red. Now, I could wash my brush, I probably should wash my brush, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna sneak a little bit of that red from the corner and mix it on top. And I'm starting to like the way that this is looking. So I think my problem was that I did not have enough yellow. Or sorry, I did have enough yellow, I had too much yellow, that was my problem. I had not enough blue in my green. And now we have a nice, that's a really great shade of red. So everything is just trial and error. The more you do it, the more you'll figure it out. This is kind of experimenting, but that's gonna help you. This is gonna help you, especially with painting in the future. All right, so let's do our gradual one with our green. I'm gonna wash off my brush because we are gonna start with our hue in the middle. And cleaning off my brush. Very important, pinch out that extra water. Very, very, very important. Okay, now in here, like I said, I'm gonna start with my hue. So I'll get some of that red, that true red. Start in the middle, and then maybe I'm gonna work my way first slowly towards the tint side. So I'm going to expand some of that red over, then mix it, and this looks like it's a little dry, so let me sneak some white over. I'm gonna slowly mix these together. Hold down my paper so you don't have to see it shaking all the time. So it's gonna slowly get lighter. Let me sneak a little bit of that true red right here. Hopefully I didn't get any of that black in it. Doesn't look like it, but we're going to gradually blend from that red to this color. So we want to go from here to here. So let me go back to the tint, try to make a nice lighter tint. And blending it, do the best you can to make it nice and gradual. And again, painting is all about the push and the pull, so you might have to adjust, and that's okay. All right, I just grabbed a little bit of white from the corner of here. Now I know I have this tint right here on my brush, so I just got some of the white, and I'll kind of start adding that right here. Slowly moving this way. Now I think I'm going to wash my brush and look on my palette for maybe a little bit of a darker tint to put right here in the middle. So this is all about experimenting. Nice, and I'm liking that range. Going from my true hue to my light value. All right, I think that's gonna be good for now. Let me move on to the other side. the shade. Now we're doing this with the green. Or if you're not using red, you're gonna be doing this with a whatever complementary color to your hue. All right, so I'm gonna start off with some green on my brush. And let's see, I'll move it. Where do I wanna move it? I think I'm gonna move it into this empty reservoir right here. So just find anywhere, I mean, anywhere on the palette is a place to mix colors. You don't have to do it in the circles. You can do it on the edge, in the middle. It's really wherever you want to. So I moved some of that green right into there. Now I will grab just an edge of the red. Now I know the first part, I want it to be a lot of red with just a little bit of that green. It looks like I'm probably gonna have to add a little bit more red. So I'll sneak some from the corner, and that's how we do that. And we'll gradually add more of that green in over here. Now this, I have a little bit of this dark shade and fringing over onto my clean, perfect hue. So I will wash my brush because it had that shade in it, it had that green in it. I do want to get that out of my brush. So get that green out, and I'm going to add just my hue right back on top of the middle, because this hue, this red, has got to reclaim its territory. So I just snuck some red from the corner. He's like, get off my land. Now I'll start blending that red back into here. Now, even though there's a line here, I'm not going to go back over that, because after blending that red over into this side to my shaded side, there will be a little bit of green in my brush. I don't want to get even a dot of green over here. I'll deal with that in a minute. All right, let's keep going. I do have this green right here that I moved. So I'm gonna get some more red, mix it with a little bit more green. Get a little bit darker. And darker. Until I get to the end. And this green worked out a lot better with creating that red, shade than the last one. So yeah, I think that looks great. I actually prefer this. I think this shade looks better than this, because that blue, or that black, has a little bit of blue in it. This seems more natural. All right, this side looks amazing. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. I don't wanna change it too much, but I will fix this over here. So again, there's still that shade, so I know there's green in my brush. I need to clean it before I deal with this over here. Once the colors start blending and you start seeing them go from light to dark, once they start doing what you want them to do, it just feels so great. I hope you get the same feeling that I do. Now with my clean brush, I'll start off with maybe just a dot of red, and maybe I'll try to pick up some of that leftover tint from here. Go right on top, gently this time. Oh yeah, there we go. That is more like it. Okay, voila, easy as that. We have two different value scales using different, we used black here, we used green here. And I'm pretty happy. I hope you are too.